One pitcher called you the best two-strike hitter he ever saw. I think you only struck out once every 12 at-bats. That's 35 times per season, meaning you put the ball in play something like 600 and
yeah, well, you have
times.
to listen. The only way you can't get on first base is if you strike out, and very seldom you strike out and the catcher misses the ball. You shorten up to the standpoint that you have to hit the ball, and I don't know if I could play today the way these guys are playing. And there's some great players out there today, but there's too many guys striking out 180 times a year. I mean, if you bat 550 and you strike out 180 times, you're only hitting the ball 300 sometimes every year.
Why do you think guys are striking out so much?
Because
more?
all they want to do is hit home runs, because that's where the money comes from. You know, baseball made an evaluation back after the strike at 95, 95, whichever the year was, and they wanted to bring the people back to the ballpark. So the way they did that, one, they juiced up the ball. There's no question the ball's juiced up. Two, all the new ballparks, with the exception of a couple, are bandboxes. Those are pitchers' ballparks. Three, umpires won't call strikes today. The strike zone should be from here to here. In the rule book, it says from the knee to the armpit. I think most strike zones are like right here. I mean, and I never thought I'd ever get on the camera and defend pitchers. But we don't do anything to help pitching today. Nothing. We don't do anything to help pitchers. Everything is for the hitter, because baseball determined that the way they get the people back was the long ball.
So it's essentially for economic reasons?
Yeah, sure it was.
Your home plate collision with catcher Ray Fosse, the All-Star games are viewed somewhat differently now by players, but even then you took some criticism for that hit. But what people may not know, there was no bad blood between you and the catcher. There was no ill will.
Listen,
I believe you'd gone out with him like the night before.
Yeah, I took him out the night before. The only bad press I got, or the only bad fan mail I got, was from American League fans. Okay? Now, I could be 100% wrong on this, Graham, but here's my philosophy on that. Your obligation to the fans is to bust your ass and play as hard as you possibly can. That's your obligation to the people who paid for the ticket. And players today have to understand that, because the only time you're going to get hurt playing in an All-Star game today is if you play not to get hurt. That's when you're going to get hurt. You mean to tell me if it's an All-Star game, you can't throw a fastball inside because you're scared you might hit a guy on the wrist? Doesn't work that way.
But it kind of seems to some extent that's
You're
what
right.
it becomes.
There's some players that play
become.
hard because it means something. I mean, you know, there wasn't no interleague play. So, you know, I'm one of these guys, and I'm going to sit here and tell you the National League is better than the American League. And if this was Carl Yastrzemski, he'd say the American League is better than the National League. And the only way we could settle in those days was All-Star games. And we won 16 out of 17.